for elected representatives to fulfill their obligation of informing the people what is being done on their behalf. We are creating this forum to bring them together and to ensure that interaction is frequent and regular. But the forum is not for elected representatives alone to answer. We shall also use it to promote awareness of citizens with responsibilities. For instance, when we as citizens claim a right that the governor must govern for our best interest, we also have a duty to fulfill our obligation by paying our taxes to enable him find the funds with which to fulfill those rights. When you claim a right not to be arrested improperly, you must also fulfill a duty to respect and obey the law and to assist the law enforcement agencies. When you claim the freedom of religion to worship God in your own way, you must also extend that right to all the people and respect their right to worship God in their own way. We believe that if every Nigerian respects the rights of other citizens, then we will have a peaceful and harmonious society. If we treat other persons as we would want others to treat us, and extend to them the rights which we claim, we will be expanding the quantum of freedom enjoyed by the whole of society. Finally, I want to leave you with a simple truth, which is not often recognized in Nigeria today. The greatness of Nigeria derives from its material and human endowment, but also as well from the diversity of its people. If it is to achieve its destiny as the great African hope, it must remain united. And it can only remain united when each of its component units is ready to tolerate and accommodate the peculiar attributes of the other units. The people of Nigeria have lived and struggled together since the amalgamation of 1914. All of us, the present generation, owe a duty to our heroes past not to destroy the great country of their vision. Once again, I want to thank His Excellency for coming to declare this campaign open. I thank you all, and may God bless Nigeria, our country. Thank you very much.
Excellency, Vice President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, our great friend and leader. Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Mrs. Kokorola Akerele, members of the Federal Executive Council here present, Honorable Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Dr. Adeleke Olomide Mamora, the Lord, the Chief Judge of Lagos State, Honorable Justice Sio Shegun, members of the State Executive Council, Secretary to the State Government, Head of Service, Permanent Secretaries, Local Government Chairman here present, Your Royal Highnesses of us Chiefs, our market women leader, gentlemen of the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the government and the good people of this great state, I have the honor and privilege to welcome most heartily to the state of aquatic splendor and the nation's center of excellence, His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and members of his entourage. Today's occasion of launching of the National Rebirth program organized by the state chapter of the National Orientation Agency. The impressive attendance of our people at this occasion is a clear demonstration of the support of the citizens of Lagos State for the national Rebirth crusade. We need new moral foundations. This was the theme of the 39th Independent Anniversary message to all Nigerians by the President, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. In that address, the President asked Nigerians to think about what they have achieved in the past, not to think about what they have achieved in the past. Neither were they to ask about what they intend to achieve in the future. He rather thought that all Nigerians should be concerned with the establishment of the foundation that will govern all our actions as we continue to search for a just, free, and affluent community in Nigeria. He called it a program of national rebirth as an evidence of the commitment of the federal government to the program of national rebirth, which the President did not leave anyone in doubt of his unswerving concern, unwavering concern. The campaign of national rebirth was launched in the Federal Capital Territory. On that occasion, the National Orientation Agency was charged to take the program to states and local government throughout the orientation in the effort to further disseminate the grassroots information on new moral order, aim at elimination from our social life such vices as greed, lawlessness, disregard for the rule of law, corruption, bribery, indiscipline, among others, that have characterized our national life and contributed to the strong growth and development of our country since our independence in 1960. The great task before us today as a people is for us to make representative government work, while our people should continue to give authority to a leadership that is effective, open, and honest. The leaders we need today are those who are ready to render selfless service to the people, who abhor corruption in all forms, who have risen above clouds of ignorance, narrow-mindedness and selfishness, who will not discharge enthusiasm and will not allow the highest ambition for service based upon ethnic, nationality, religion, or social background to be a thing of the past. Second, we must return to our people such virtues they were once prided for, like honesty, respect for dignity of labor, and commitment to the larger good of the community. We must remove frustration, anger, and mistrust from our land so that trust, faith, and love will become the hallmark of relationship between the leadership and the land. We must be able to get our people to lie behind and committed to a burning nationalism that transcends private and public pursuit, religion and ethnic nationality. We must build a new moral foundation on which other national endeavors must be built. Fourth, we must put our people to work through a stringent expansion of public work, education, skill development, Medicare, infrastructure development with a massive private sector participation. We must deliberately create a middle class with the capacity for the purchasing power that is the engine of economic and industrial growth, like it was accomplished in North America. Central Europe, and recently the Pacific Rim countries, South Korea, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, and others. We must accept as a certainty that we must involve the Nigeria Initiative for Sustainable Development, which seeks a clear departure from the chaotic development patterns of the past. We must pay attention to orderly physical growth and development. We must create the environment for the expansion of public and private enterprises, thus encouraging healthy economic competition, profit, and prosperity for our people. The accomplishment of this new Nigeria will be determined by the amount of political will and determination of leadership, courage and self-determination on the part of the leadership to effect the appropriate restructuring of our present, defective, and lopsided federation, and permit a constitution that favors equality and respect for the sovereignty of our different values. We must also make our public institutions enduring and capable of meeting the private and public interests of the generality of our people. Our nation in this millennium must be capable of producing a happy people with the power to abolish all forms of human poverty, inspire hope, and make the benefits of the law available to all its citizens, and in which the celebration of liberty will be taken for granted. Our nation must be able to sit in comfort among other nations, making contributions to the advancement of the cause of all humanity. Let us build a new nation that will be at the peace with itself. This is a nation in which the leadership is assured by the generality of our people, that when, in the course of this national rebirth, they look over their shoulders, do they seek you behind them in soldierly discipline and great determination to succeed? It's our people whose heads are proudly raised in salute to this newfound cordial, mutual, and beneficial relationship between the leaders and the led. The Vice President said, it is the day's accomplishment of this inevitable personal and national task that our rebirth will be assured and our country will be one of the nations that will contribute to the expansion of the world market. The globalization of the world, and of course, continued relevance in the world affairs. Once again, I welcome His Excellency, Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and members of his entourage on this occasion, and wish them a most successful, as usual, launching ceremony, and joining messages as we return to the various destinations. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for His Excellency, Dr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu of Lagos State. Thank you, sir.
Káàrọ̀ ìwúrí fún wa. Nígbà ẹ̀pẹ̀gbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́, wọ́n tún àlejò wa pàtàkì níbi ìfilọ́lẹ̀ ọjọ́ òní. Bàbá wa lọ́lá jùlọ jákèjádò orílẹ̀-èdè yìí, Alhaji Òfin, adájọ́ àgbà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ tó ń ṣèjọba, akọ̀wé àgbà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, olórí àwọn oníṣẹ́ ọba, àwọn akọ̀wé àgbà ìwọ̀n ògbàdo yín, pọ́pọ́ ẹ̀yà àlejò pàtàkì Èkó, tí Ọlọ́run fi omi dá lọ́lá lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan. Wọ́n ní àwọn tí wọ́n káàbọ̀ síbi ohun tí à ń fi lọ́lẹ̀ lónìí tó jẹ́ àtúndí orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n ní a ní láti ní àtúnwò ìwà. Wọ́n ní eléyìí jẹyọ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ kan pàtàkì tí ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè wa bàbá wa àti àgbà pátápátá Olúṣẹ́gun Ọbásanjọ́ tí wọ́n sọ láìpẹ́ yìí. Wọ́n ní wọ́n sọ wípé láti ẹ̀yìn wá ní gbogbo ìwà pálapàla àti gbogbo rúdurùdu ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa tó sì ń pilẹ̀. Wọ́n ní wọ́n ti ń wò bọ̀ láti ìgbà tí a ti gba òmìnira. Wọ́n ní kí a wá wo wájú. Wọ́n ní ká má máa wo tí ó ti kọjá lọ sẹ́yìn. Iwájú bá ń lọ òní ká máa wò. ká lè rí nǹkan tí a máa náwó mú ṣe. Wọ́n ní kí a máa lépa àwùjọ tó dára. Wọ́n wá ń fẹ́ sí gbogbo wa ní orílẹ̀-èdè yìí pé orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà ó gbọ́dọ̀ di àtúnbí. Àwọn pé kí wọ́n rí pé ó gbilẹ̀ sílé gbogbo káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n ní látàrí èyí gbogbo àwọn ìwà ànìkànjọ́kọ́, àìpòfimọ́, ìwà pálapàla àti àìkóra-ẹni níjàánu àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ tó ti gbilẹ̀ láti bàtà àti òmìnira nínú ọdún 1960. Wọ́n ní gbogbo ẹ̀ ó ní láti kásẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ kúrò ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa pátápátá. Títọ́ àwọn ilé iṣẹ́ gbogbo àti kéékèèké àti àwọn tó tóbi. Wọ́n ní lílé parú èyí olóhùn tí àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè kan tí wọ́n ti di aṣíwájú nínú ètò iṣẹ́ àdáni àwọn bíi Singapore bíi Korea àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Wọ́n ní a ní láti máa lépa ìdàgbàsókè ètò ìlera tó péye, ètò ọrọ̀ ajé wa ó ní láti fẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀. Wọ́n ní a ní láti máa wá bí orílẹ̀-èdè wa ó ṣe máa dúró pọ̀yìnpọ̀yìn nínú ìrẹ́pọ̀ tẹrútọmọ kí gbogbo wa jókòó ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa kí á lè jókòó pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn láàrin àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè míì káàkiri àgbáyé níbikíbi tí a bá ti pàdé kí á lè ní orúkọ rere. Wọ́n ní kí á máa ṣe ohun gbogbo tó lè mú kí àwọn aṣíwájú wa tí wọ́n ń ṣe kọ̀kárí wípé kí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí kó lè da ohun tó lè mú wọn ní àṣeyọrí òun náà ní ká máa lépa. Wọ́n ní nípa báyìí àwọn aṣíwájú wa wọ́n lè fojú wo ẹ̀yẹ wọn inú wọn sì dùn wọ́n rí pé ohun gbogbo ohun lọ déédéé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ̀yà.
Yes, it is true. For us to have a better nation, we have to contribute. When I make my contribution, you have to sacrifice for us to have a greater country. At the end of this drama, I'm very sure you will have one or two things to contribute to make Nigeria a better place to live. Thank you.
Correct. Okay, but the papers who I give you, the one where they your hand there, they're complete now. Check on now. No. Okay. Where your fire extinguisher here? Okay, I beg now. No, I ask you, where your fire extinguisher? This money now, beg now. Okay, I beg now. You. My wife and picking the house now, I beg now. You don't know me again. Okay, I beg now. You don't know me. You don't remember me yesterday. I remember. But I beg now, I beg.
Corporate. How much? Just Waso.
I beg now, I beg.
Apa?
Oga, you don't cooperate.
What do you mean by don't cooperate? Is in order? I think I'm giving you.
You don't cooperate.
I take your papers. Then your conductor, man, no, they come.
I go to you know go fast. I mean, just the team. Very good. Just return that position. Very good. A policeman in uniform receiving bribe. Look, this time around, we are reviving the image of the police force. And people like you will be flushed out. Now follow me. Okay, just follow me.
Just a preach. If me take that kind of chance, I will do more than that.
No, madam, this is the church. I will not talk.
I wonder. You met. This one not be met. If you like say, I didn't smell petrol. Most of people break down for you.
But this is not the garage now.
I wonder.
This is the fellow.
Hey!
What is?
See petrol.
This one I was typing, I was saying.
No petrol.
This one I'm on you.
Where you dey go now? Oh, why you bring this one too? I don't know. In fact, I don't know what I want to do now. Hey, okay, see. Now what did they do so?
People that are there, they look me. How much they sell it out the now? 150. 150. If I sell this one 250, when I don't think I go feel big house inside, or buy my soul. That's why I just go this now.
Hey, I don't go down. Say I know that there. Oh, I beg you. Come on, I'll be make sure you do it. Come on there.
I beg you.
People are waiting. I know. Go. What do they do? Now I say this is big fire. Instead of people to report for security, and I don't go. What they catch this thing here?
you be there?
You dey ask me? We are the better Nigerian law. All the things that they say, make you go report for the proper place. This is when they do no good. Abeg. Madam, make I tell you, that talk wey dey talk na mumu talk. Me I see money, come say make I carry the money, come go show. It is I can't look rich for you. Abeg it. This thing is catch fire. Make una comot there. Abeg it. I go go sell there. If I finish, if you like I want shit.
Oh, nothing. Go get down there, shit. Go there, go shit.
Madam, no banana. Which one you want? Banana.
How much you sell it?
I beg, my pikin, wait, I beg. Wait, sit down. The woman like me, yeah, sit down. I'm not going to. I beg, now wait till you down. Why you do? Oh, you never hear best way your national anthem. You go stand there like ADC. Come, me I don't go hear your story. See, if you want shit, see here. For this market, now we contribute money. When we contribute money finish, now we build that toilet here. For people like you now, share for the guys, you go open and share. Now wait now, madam, let me concentrate. This one is national call. Yeah? Now only my fellow you go take shit to. I dey follow you talk, you no wan hear my own. See that there shit where you hear, and they go better to come back to where we come catch you. You hear? Yeah, woman. Open your eyes, see the shit.
Madam, why you dey shit for that place now? Who be that? You know that thing, you know?
I feel like say these people, they don't do visitors.
Thank God, you dey shame you there. I go show you pepper today. See me to talk, oh.
Where am I?
She don't go now.
She don't go. Now make she go.
To get jam. I go use wiper. Wipe that and put on when she take the shit for inside her market. Don't give me, I don't jam.
I know they that one. I know that.
I don't pay them 1,005. So that when I bring this receipt for them, making a just cover.
Why can't go that side?
Madam, I beg you. The people will help you start this.
I beg. Come with my Oga.
Oga, I beg you like only you get there start for here. I beg. Help me start this receipt. Thank you.
You don't go see Oga?
I give her 1,005. So if people can just carry this stamp, put them from here.
Oh, you don't stand and sell. Very good. But madam, if I say you go pay small money here.
For what?
That's what they do. You go just drop some things.
I don't pay 1,005. The official is money.
You go still drop some coins. I better tell her how much you go pay.
Madam, you go pay 500 naira for here before we go find this one.
But I want to collect salary.
I take it.
Which 500? People are talking.
See this woman, I beg you see, see all this one when they talk now early in the morning. You go pay 500 naira for the hand one go take stamp am.
Madam. Hey. Madam, person no fit dey work for NEPA, they go collect money for MPA. Now what person dey work in the shop?
Oga people, these people still dey here. They no know say Nigeria don change. No more corruption. Make I tell you now. Understand people, now inside toilet they flush them. Look, if una no in fact, I don't even open and talk anything again. As I don't know say I dey collect bribe, make una wait o. I dey go call those people flush all of them comot from here.
What's this there?
Yeah, woman. She no know say all this one they do not be our own fault. Now order from above. My people now where una dey go now sef? Don't worry, I dey go to my people.
I mean say they go to that.
Una get message for them.
Yeah,
we go meet for there.
What did happen for this country?
Waiting.
No, that will come for us. We don't give his party them 100 million naira.
What's your?
In fact, don't worry. Show us what you tell everything. But psychiatrist is a psychiatrist.
Naimo.
And we don't complete. Because they don't say if they psychiatrist like this, we don't give them better country. Yes, so. But if they get us together, we will get one good nation. Yes. So like this, we don't complete.
We must not be. Asiam, yesterday, now you started to buy one new Tokubo. Because we be minority, that's why they sidetrack us. When I see this time around, now war. As soon as people know me, here be iron bender. I get plenty for class for us. You have cutlass you get. Me now to my father. I beg stop here now. Only up to my father. I get God. Which one you want? Where you know need? Now shoot aside. Bam. Go better for you.
I know me. But I know see I came out. Anybody who has to make it out with that friend. People say money on the bank channel. Now see you go back for the money.
Oh, me get go now.
So when I know anything, I don't hear anything at all. When I know anything, that will be that will be party man. When they talk, they don't know what I'm saying. Give us the thing when they are old. I hope you think remember say that time when we start from the say they give us education for our village. They say because you know they are like the chairman. They are give us. I make una think. Oh, sorry, but I don't feel it. Make una hear. There's something that place where they do religion that I didn't say for backyard. They want to consider bring back their religion.
It was fun.
That one not
We not compete. Now your height is you see, since when you don't put up say you don't feel married again. This is why they drive God. Now who resign from that job? Begin to do my self-reliance business. Yes, now.
You don't resign.
I don't resign. Maggie, can you ask this question again? Come make I tell you. Maybe you don't know that God mainland bridge. You see all those aluminium when they take to those bridges. I don't cut all of them finish. Yeah. Now my brain I dey use. You see, as I dey cut them like that. Now here they carry and go my factory. Some part of it, I think they can do this stainless stuff.
Aluminium.
Yes, stuff. Some part, I think they can do aluminium, stainless board. People play. You see, for example, now one is this. There you go. As you want see me so, if I carry and reach market, I go sell them. And here I say they feed my wife. Here I say they feed even send my children go school. Here you think that money take give you just buy this.
Now you sabi.
Now my work be that. I'm not tell you again. You see for your area, if you get any transformer where don't spoil, I beg not to hear. Make you come give me a letter. I get original spare parts to take repair am. Yeah.
Come. That means your brain don't go.
My brain don't go advanced technology.
Come, how you dey take see all those spare parts?
Make una see Maggie again. They ask me this question. Come make I tell you. You see, Shebi you could know say I black. For midnight, if they don't take the light, even if they don't take the light, I feel break one door. That place go down. I will just carry my leg like this. Carry my leg like this. You go do that. I go cut all of them finish. Now my job. I go still have
my experience. Oh, you never do reach. No, in fact, all those aluminium wey dey comot, e too small. You for people break the bridge itself. Then you see, so most of these street lights there. You know, say most of them not people dey work. You for comot am from under. Na money. See you.
So Maggie, now you say you support me.
See you. I say your
So you are You see now, wherever these people are, there will always be chaos, bribery, and corruption. And for us to have a better society, we have to flush them out. So we are going to join me in flushing these people out by saying, go away, let's go. Go away! Yes. Now that they are out of our society is a better place. If you have not heard, now you have been told. If you have not seen, now you have seen it all. For us to have a better Nigeria, we all have to think well, say well, and act well, so that Nigeria will be great again. So my fellow Nigerians, let us go and jolly.
Your Excellency, Governor Ahmed Bola Tinubu of Lagos State, Your Excellency, Deputy Governor, Honorable Ministers, Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, Honorable Commissioners, Special Advisors to the President, my Lords, Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished invited guests, our dear school children and leaders of tomorrow, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to be with you today to once again mark the fulfillment of our pledge to the Nigerian people to work towards fundamental changes in the orientation of our people for a better society and a better value system. The campaign for national rebirth is more likely to succeed in this state. Perhaps better than in other places because of the very philosophy of Lagos State as the city of excellence. Over the years, Lagos State has succeeded in maintaining this tradition of excellence as it has reflected in all areas of life. More so, Lagos has served as the melting pot of our rich cultural heritage demonstrated in peaceful coexistence of all our people. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you will recall that on assumption of office, President Olusegun Obasanjo pledged to eradicate the decay that beset this nation's value system. May I, on behalf of the President, therefore, reiterate this administration's commitment to changing the orientation of our people for the better. The President's uncompromising determination in pursuing this goal is evident in the policies that this administration has initiated since it came into office. We have set very high moral and ethical standards for all our public officers, particularly with the signing into law the Anti-Corruption Act. We have increased the minimum wage to forestall corrupt tendencies on the part of our workers. we have taken steps to improve agriculture. We have launched the Universal Basic Education Program and are implementing the Poverty Alleviation Program, among others. But as Mr. President has always noted and said, our problems are fundamentally that of orientation. Decades of maladministration have had profoundly negative effect on our national life. It brought about disenchantment, corruption, and divisiveness. It brought about intra-communal violence and other destructive tendencies. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, today's event is another measure designed to help reform our country's body policy. The campaign for national rebirth involves a series of fundamental, structural, attitudinal and behavioral changes in our style of governance and our ways of doing business. More importantly, it involves deep changes in our individual and collective orientation and expectations of government and its various agencies and institutions. In spite of our resolve to rededicate ourselves to a new Nigeria, it is sad and disheartening to know that our national life is still characterized by unfortunate episodes of violence. Lagos State is indeed the center of excellence. The actions of Lagosians should therefore help in promoting our new philosophy of governance and strengthen the gains we have recorded so far. We must realize that development and anarchy are incompatible bedfellows. We are convinced that we can make Nigeria a country of our dreams, provided we don't allow religious or ethnic tendencies to divide us. To this end, we must revive the basic tenets of our cultural ethos, rededicate ourselves to universal religious and moral teachings, truly be our brothers' keepers, and reawaken ourselves to our responsibilities and obligations. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, given our commitment to enthroning a new value system, it has become necessary to spell out the responsibilities of the citizen and those basic obligations expected of the citizen by the community and the nation. The Nigerian Declaration of Human Responsibilities, which we are launching today, this little book in my hands, this book is a product of a NATO international project in which our president participated. I hope we all shall avail ourselves with lessons. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to formally launch the campaign for national rebirth in Lagos State and make a formal presentation of the Nigerian Declaration of Human Responsibilities to the people of the Southwest Zone. Lagos, as we all know, is, as I said earlier on, the melting pot of this country. it has brought all Nigerians to live together in peace and harmony. Most particularly, there is no way we can address the people of the southwestern zone without addressing the people of Lagos. It is, therefore, my responsibility to urge the people of Lagos to send the message we are giving today to the rest of the southwestern zone. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for attending this event, and God bless you all as you return to your home. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our Vice President. And
to give praise to the Almighty God for giving the federal government of Nigeria under the able leadership of His Excellency Chief Olusegun Obasanjo and His able vice Alhaji Atiku Abubakar the wisdom and initiative to come up with this valuable growth in addressing some of the social ills which have become endemic in our society. There is no doubt in the fact that corruption, religious bigotry of our society. What we did for now, if any meaningful progress or development is to be achieved, is to total renewal of our life and people as a nation, which however is the underlying philosophy of the National Rebirth campaign. At this junction, I wish to convey our special thanks to the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, for taking time in spite of the high schedule to attend this auspicious occasion. This act underscores the importance the federal government attaches to this program. The role played by the Lagos State government, especially the Chief Executive of the state, His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in making this great occasion a reality cannot be overemphasized. His Excellency Governor Bola Ahmed Tinubu strongly believes in this philosophy of the national rebirth. The commitment of His Excellency towards realizing the overall objectives of the campaign is demonstrated by our loyal support to the agency, both financially and morally, in launching the national rebirth crusade in Lagos. Furthermore, I wish to acknowledge the role and the physical presence of the Senior Special Assistant to the President of National Religion and Public Affairs, Chief Oyema English, whose involvement in this crusade cannot be overemphasized. The efforts of our dynamic and resourceful Director General, Professor Aloy Ihiu, cannot be equally ignored. He has spent a lot of energy and resources to see to the successful launching of this program. We wish to thank him very much for his exemplary leadership in taking the agency to a greater height. My special appreciation also goes to the Executive Council, Lagos State Government, the Speaker, and honorable members of the State Assembly. In addition, I wish to express my gratitude to our religious leaders, traditional rulers, market men and women, members of the non-government organizations, youth associations, student bodies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, and all others true numerous to mention, whose presence here today has made this occasion a memorable one. In conclusion, I would like to enjoin everybody here present to start imbibing the good ideas of this cruise and also make sure the message transcends all the local credits of the state. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I wish everybody enjoy the masses back to your various destination. Thank you all and God bless.
thank you very much, sir. to thank you, the Vice President, for coming. Thank you, Your Excellency, Governor Bola Tinubu. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Vice President now. For how many Yes, sorry, sir. Vice President. We want to take for another case. They can't take me. Okay, sir. You want to take me? So
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to this very important exhibition in honor of an Afrobeat legend, Fela Kuti. Well, as all know, this is a collaboration with the news magazine.
That this event open. When I was invited by the publisher of the news magazine to the event of today, I needed no prompting at all to accept the invitation despite my busy schedule and the problem created by the recent tragedies that befell our city. Let me inform you here today that I am myself an admirer of Fela, a lover of his music, and a believer in his fight against injustice, oppression, and abuse of office. And in his legacies left behind, he left behind what represents us, the voice of millions of our people who are voiceless. In Fela's life and music, you can find the history and dynamism of the city of Lagos. The history of Lagos in the 20th century will not be complete without a mention of the Calcutta Republic, which unfortunately in that moment of madness was set ablaze in 1977. Our own and Fela's mother, Fumilayo Ransom Kuti, as you can all recall, was a woman dear to us all and to our history. This same woman was thrown down from a one-story building this same day and eventually dies from the injuries sustained from this unfortunate incident. The Kuti family has done a great deal for this country. For this, nothing can be too much from us to immortalize them. Mrs. Ransom Kuti fought for women to have a right to vote. The husband, late Reverend Dr. Ransom Kuti, fought gallantly for the Nigerian to have its first university in Ibadan. We all know the role Professor Olikoye Ransom Kuti played and is still playing in our health sector. May I inform you that the health policy we as the government of Lagos State was implementing today was formulated by Professor Kuti, who after my election in 1999 graciously accepted to serve as the chairman of the Committee on Health. We are all aware of the role Dr. Beko Ransom Kuti played in the struggle against dictatorial regime in this country. Beko Ransom Kuti, and I can tell you, is 10 men in one. I still remember the night he called me and said, Bola, you have to get out of this country in the next 12 hours or you are a dead man. That was before Abacha in his madness sent him into life imprisonment simply because he alerted the world that injustice was being committed in Nigeria and in the trial of Chief Olusegun Obasanjo and many others who were wrongly accused of plotting to topple his regime. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today to celebrate our own indefatigable fella, this great son of a noble family that has done so much for this country and in the process lost so much. 25 years ago, rampaging soldiers stormed the property of the Kutis where their mother had her home. Fela is African shrine and therefore is clinic. An inquiry was set up to look into this act of injustice, but not only were they not compensated, but what was left was confiscated from them. We think it is time to take another look at this act of injustice. The land at Moshalasi, Lagos, taken from the Kuti, is today hosting a school owned by Lagos State government. I will soon invite my dear brother Beko and other members of the family to a discussion so that we can find another appropriate land for them. We know this cannot compensate enough for the loss they suffered, but it is our own little way of righting the wrong done to the family. The man, Fela, we are all here today to honor. Is dear to the people of Lagos, as you all could see from the crowd that turned out to honor him at his death. Fela is one Nigeria whose name is recognizable anywhere in the world. He was our ambassador extraordinary. In other lands, an industry would have been built around Fela's works and name. Everything about him will have been turned into a huge foreign exchange earner. This is why I would like to inform you here today that our government is open to any initiative from private sector that will immortalize him and commercialize him further. In his memory we cherish, in his work we admire, and in his name we rejoice that he will never die. Thank you very much.
I think we don't deserve another round of applause. I think I just thought one of the, what I would consider as one of the open source of thanks. Thank you very much.
I would like to call the Excellency of the Governor of the government.
While this might be contradictory to Fela's doctrine, I will start by saying, to the glory of God Almighty, to the total commitment of humanity and dedication of heart and work of a cherished memory and individual that has contributed so much to development of heart in our society, Fela Anikulapo Ransom Kuti. I declare the exhibition open to the rest.
Thank you.